Hello, Dante Leon here in my oversized Halloween jack-o'-lantern shirt. So we're 5 days into October, only 8 days away from the release of Tales of the Alchem Forest Volume 3, which you definitely should get your hands on upon release. Fantastic book, I must say, but then again I am biased because I wrote it. So in honor of this releasing in a few days, I'm going to do some book recommendations. So the first book I'm going to recommend is one that you've heard of. It is hyped, and it deserves the hype because it is the winner of the 2023 Indie Horror Book Brawl on the Books of Horror Facebook group. I'm talking about none other than The Exorcist House by Nick Roberts, the legend Nick Roberts. This is your ultimate horror read for spooky season, and I cannot recommend this enough. If you have never read The Exorcist House, what are you waiting for? Everybody else has. My next spooky season horror recommendation is one that is climbing the charts. It's already becoming extremely hyped, and I love it, and I love it for the author. I'm talking about Beta by Sammy Scott. I haven't had a chance to actually read it yet, but I hope to start reading it very soon. I've heard wonderful, wonderful things. So yeah, check out Sammy Scott's Beta. So my next recommendation is going to be a fantasy romance book. And I do love these. I have a very soft spot for romance. And I think there's no better book to recommend for this than The Bride of Leicester by Percy J. Fantastic author, fantastic writer, fantastic story and characters. Not only that, but the author is also amazing, just like all these other authors that I'm recommending. And yeah, if you want to read a great romance book with some fantasy in there and a lot of shenanigans happening and a main character who is sassy, check out The Bride of Leicester. The last book that I'm going to recommend today is one that is extremely underrated. I haven't seen hardly anybody else talk about this book, and it is a shame. This book is so good, so very good. It glued me in just like the first 10 pages, and I couldn't put it down, and it's a behemoth of a book. Coming out of the dark fantasy corner, we have Children of the Ether, The Phoenix and the Spider. Written by the wonderful Benny Charles and Alex Robertson, this book is about fated souls finding each other time and time again throughout the history of the world. We visit places like Australia, where the main storyline is set, Russia, and my favorite, Transylvania. There's a Transylvania chapter in here, and it's just great. The two main characters are great. The action scenes are great. Everything about this book, this huge behemoth of a book, is spectacular. If you take anything from this video, anything at all, it's this. Give this freaking book a shot. I want to see everybody adding this book to their carts and giving it a shot because it deserves it. This is a 10 out of 10 must recommend. Take my word for it. If you never believed me ever in your life, believe me now. Read this book. There's also a sequel coming out at some point in the future, so it's only going to continue. With all that being said, don't forget to pick up your copy of Tales of the Alchem Forest Volume 3, October 13th, and see what happens at Belk Ridge Camp. I announced last night that I'm going to do advanced reader copies of Volume 4 through BookFunnel, so be on the lookout for a post detailing how to sign up for that. I need as many ARC readers as I can get, and hopefully get a lot of reviews, whether good or bad, on it. Thank you, each and every one, for liking, commenting, just engaging with me. I haven't hit any major milestones or sales or anything, but I wrote books. I wrote a book series, and I'm actively getting them published, and I take pride in that. We're just a few weeks away from Halloween. Everybody stay safe out there. Have a blessed day. Hasta luego.